What's up, YouTube? My name is Ty, financial advisor. Welcome to my channel. Please like the video, please subscribe, and catch me every weekday after market close on the Smarter Gambling Show. So here's MULN, Mullen Automotive. This finishes at $1.52 today. That is up 15.15%. So we haven't talked about this stock for almost 2 weeks. Last time we covered it, it was because we had news about the Russell 2 and 3000 editions, and that should be happening next week. I predicted that it was going to run up until that rebalance is over, and it appears like that is the case so far. And yet today, this did make StockTwits top 10, had about 5,000 mentions, was a very popular stock today on social media, so once again, we're going to analyze it. So there was a reason as to why the stock went up so much today. We did have some news, so let's check that out first. So the news was that Mullen extends maturity of $28 million convertible notes to July 2024. So nothing too crazy happening there, but they're essentially getting an extension on a $28 million loan. So that'll definitely help with cash flow and business operations. So that was bullish news. Market really liked it, jumped in here, and pumped the stock up pretty hard today. So I think that news was the biggest factor as to why the stock went up so much today. But just in general, the overall markets did do really well. But yeah, up over 15% today. Very nice. Let's jump right in and analyze here. This is a cup and handle in the making. Bottom of the cup being 75 cents. And there can be multiple possible tops. It can be 170, 270, 285, 320, 340, 360, or even 425. And longer term, this is part of an even bigger cup and handle where this can possibly go back up to the high of 1590. So those are all bullish indicators. That is telling us that the stock should come back up to one of those tops to complete the cup. And then here we do have some consolidation going on. Looks like a symmetrical triangle is forming. Right now this looks like it's consolidating between 160 and $1. So there's a bit more consolidation to go, but this should consolidate somewhere around 130. And then from there it should break out to the upside again. So symmetrical triangle currently looks pretty bullish. And then we do have a double gap down. First gap down is back at 1190, so that is a bullish indicator. That is telling us that the stock should come back up to 1190 eventually to fill this gap. And second gap down is at 465. So another bullish indicator that is telling us that the stock should come back up to 465 eventually to fill this gap. Those may take a while to fill, but in the long term, the stock should come back up to 465 and 1190 to fill those gaps. And then we do have a gap up all the way back at 60 cents. So that is a bearish indicator. That is telling us that the stock may come back down to 60 cents to fill that gap. And at this point, it looks pretty unlikely, but it is possible, so be aware of that, guys. And if you guys want to follow along, the link to the chart is in the description down below. So right now, this is sitting on the support of 155, which it finished around today. So if this goes to the upside, next levels of resistance would be 170, 180, 190, 195, 205, 210, 215, 225, 235, 245, 250, 255, 265, 270, 280, 285, 290, $3, and then 305. There is resistance above 305, but we're not going to discuss that right now. And if this goes to the downside, next levels of support would be 140, 135, 125, 120, 115, 110, $1, 98 cents, 88 cents, 75 cents, 60 cents, and then the low of 52 cents. So right now at the current price, 152, the channels to the upside and the downside are pretty wide, so expect significant price action either way this goes. However, when this breaks 180 to the upside, the channel starts to narrow, so expect a significant decrease in price action when this breaks 180 to the upside. And then when this breaks 305 to the upside, the channel starts to open up and get really wide again. So from 180 to 305, expect a slowdown in price action. And then after 305, expect a big increase in price action again. And to the downside, when this breaks 125, the channel starts to narrow. So expect a significant decrease in price action when this breaks 125 up until $1. After $1, the channel starts to open up and get pretty wide again. So from 125 down to $1, expect a slowdown in price action. Then below $1, expect the price action to increase again. RSI is currently at 61, so not quite overbought and overvalued, but on the higher side there, above average. So according to the RSI, the current price of 152 is a little bit above fair market value. Maybe it should be a little bit lower. And this did 101 million in volume today. Very significant volume, way above the average of 30 million. So this pump today was confirmed by the volume. Okay, guys, just my opinion, not financial advice. So once again, I did predict that this would run to the upside up until June 27th, which is when the Russell rebalance is going to be officially complete. So I think fund managers have been adding this stock to their portfolios for a couple of weeks now, and we still have a week to go before they're done. And again, we do have a lot more bullish indicators than bearish indicators at the moment. We have bullish indicators in the cup and handle, triangle, double gap down. Only bearish indicators are the gap up and the above average RSI. So based on the continuing of the Russell rebalance and the TA here, this still appears to be bullish in the short and long terms. So therefore, if you want to go long, not financial advice, personally, I would not do that because missed about a 50% upside already in the past few weeks. Not saying it won't keep going up, but little too late to enter for my liking. I think it's kind of FOMO at this point. But that being said, it should keep running for the next week until the Russell rebalance finishes. And then after that, I do think it will pull back. So if you want to swing trade this, if you want to quick scalp it, I can support going long at 150, the current price. And I would look to ride it through this week and dump it next week as soon as the Russell rebalance finishes. Not sure how high it's going to go, but it looks like there's a bit more upside to go in the next week. So yeah, if you want to swing trade this, I think that's a good way to play it. But if you're looking for a really good entry, I would hold off until after next week when the Russell rebalance finishes. Just watch the price action, see when it starts to bottom out, catch support, and then I would come in and make your move. But honestly, I'm kind of expecting to move back down to around $1. I think anywhere $1 and lower would be a really good entry. So I think going along at the current price, 150, would be a medium risk, medium reward play. I say that because I don't think there's too much more upside to go. Already went up 50%, but it should keep running for the next week. This really shouldn't come crashing down for the next week. It should hold up relatively well. And then I would say going long after this pulls back, once the rebalance is over, would be a low risk, high reward play. So you can play this either way, either a quick scalp or long-term hold. You can make money, just have an enter and exit plan. Now, if you want to go short, not financial advice, I would not do that just yet. Again, I think this has a little bit more upside to go for the next week until the Russell rebalance is over. While the entry of 150 on the short side is already a pretty decent one, an above average entry, I think if you hold off until next week, June 27th and further, I think that would be a good time to enter this on the short side. Because logically, I do expect shorts to come in after all the fund managers have rebalanced their portfolios. And I really have no idea how high this is going to run, but you should be able to get a better entry than 150. And I really have no idea how low this is going to go either after that happens. So I would just observe the price action, see when it starts to catch support, and I would look to cover when it appears like the stock is hitting a bottom and starting to reverse. And again, I think generally speaking, $1 would be a good time to exit. So I would say going short next week after the Russell rebalance would be a low risk, high reward play. Definitely worth the shot in my opinion. So there definitely is a good shorting opportunity coming up here, just not yet. Alright, so pretty straightforward, guys. Great news today. They got an extension on their loan for 2 years. The overall market's doing really well. Big gain for the stock today. Looks really bullish in the long term, and this should keep running for the next week through the Russell rebalance. So if you want to go long, 150 isn't exactly the greatest entry, but if you buy in here and you sell after the rebalance is over, you should be able to make some pretty decent money on a quick scalp. If you want to buy and hold for the long term, I would wait till after the rebalance is over and try to enter at around $1 or wherever this starts to bottom out and catch support. And if you want to go short, I would not do that just yet. But again, I think after the rebalance is over, this should have some pretty significant pullback. So I would hold off on the short side, give it a week, and then you should be able to short this down at a better entry than 150. And I think a good time to cover would be around $1 or whenever this starts to catch support and reverse. So there are a lot of different ways you can play this right now. Short-term hold, long-term hold, shorting it down, going long. Bears make money, bulls make money, pigs get slaughtered. A lot of different ways you can make money here. Just have an entry and exit plan, guys. So congratulations to everyone who made money in the stock today, and good luck to everyone currently in the stock and to everyone looking to take a position. This is MULN, Mullen Automotive. Thanks everyone for watching today. I appreciate you guys. Please like the video, please subscribe, and catch me every weekday after market close on the Smarter Gambling Show. You apes already know, diamond hands to the moon. I'm Ty. This is Smarter Gambling. See you guys tomorrow. Peace out.